3.
Alright guys, welcome to your weight belt assembly session. The weight system is necessary for most beginners, so you'll probably find that you use a little bit more weights at the beginning of your diving experience. Once you're a little bit more relaxed, when your breathing is a little bit better, you tend to hold your breath a little bit less and you're more relaxed. And you probably can cut down on a few weights. How much weights you need depends on what kind of equipment and wetsuit you're using and your body mass. So we suggest that you find that out from your instructor. It's a trial and error thing when you start in the pool. When you get out to sea, you will need a little bit more weights, probably about 1 or 2 pounds more, because of the saltwater density causing you to float a little bit more. And you've learned this in your class. Now the weight system that we are going to do today is the weight belt system. You have the BCD integrated system as well. I have here now a plastic buckle. All right, I won't recommend a plastic buckle because the edges, they start to wear out a little bit over a period of time, and this can cause you to lose your weight belt while you're diving because the webbing slips. All right, so I have with me here a stainless steel buckle which does not wear out because it's stainless steel. Now, how long a weight belt you should use? Well, really depends on what is available on the boat. If they only have one length, then you don't have a choice. But if you have a choice, then when you try on the length, it should have approximately 1 to 1.5 foot of excess webbing that will give you space for the weights plus your wetsuit, and still have enough of loose webbing visible and accessible during an emergency for a quick ditch. Whatever weight systems you use, they must be of a quick release nature, so that in any unlikely emergency that you need to get rid of your weights because you are sinking and you don't want to sink, you can get rid of your weights fast. In just one action pull, your weights will be ditched. All right, so this is a quick release. Now, in order for this quick release to work, you have the buckle on your left side and the loose webbing on the right side. This is a must, so that in an unlikely event of any emergency, this weight belt is now what we call a right hand release. All right, so you pull it this way towards the right. This is important because you are sometimes not the person who will be ditching this. If you are unable to ditch this weight belt for any reason, a rescuer coming to you will not waste too much time trying to figure out whether it's a right or left hand release. So we standardize this, same as why fire extinguishers and fire alarms are universally red in color. All right, so the buckle on the left side and the webbing on the right side ends this up as a right hand release. Now, if you look here, there are many different kinds of weights. The classic ones are the 2-pounders, and then you have the 3-pounders and the 4-pounders. All right, you also have the 1 kilo ones, which are just over 1 pound, 1 kilo, just over 2 pounds. All right, 1 kilo is about 2.2 pounds. All right, so how much weights you need will really depend on the type of weights they have and also what you require. All right, so how many pieces of that? You can see this is also close to a 2 pound. It's not exactly 2 pound. And then you have the 2.2 and then the 2, 3, 4. And of course, some places even offer you other options. Now, assuming that you need about 6 pounds, which is approximately 3 pieces of weight, this is how you want to string it. Some weights are contoured to wrap around the body. So this contour will go around your body. Other weights are just straight up, not as comfortable, but so in order for this to end up correctly, this is the front, or the outside of the wraparound. So you want to make sure that you wrap it up correctly and the contours wrap around your body. So this is the wrap around, this is the top, that's the top. You put this in. Okay, assuming we're assembling 3 pieces of weights, one will be here, one will be on the other side, and one will be at the back. Okay, and then you can adjust the back one accordingly, according to your balance. If your right side is a little bit heavier because you're carrying a camera or something, then you can counter it. So move the back one. Alright, this webbing goes through. The distance between the buckle, which is here, and the first weight here, is about that far. So that's approximately the distance. And then the next one from here to the back will be just a short distance. So I will put it about like this. And then the next one will be approximately there. That should wrap it nicely around my waist. But we still would need to have it on and do the fine adjustment. Alright, when you carry the weight belt, carry it always on the loose end. If you carry on the buckle end, if the weights slide off, you will lose the weight. Alright, or it falls onto your toe and causes a lot of injury. So the best way to wear it is just to hold this up, put your left hand across, reach it out. You need to lean forward a little bit, so it makes it easier. Now, I will fine tune the adjustment and placement. You can see everything is in place. Now, very important note is that this must not be loose like this. While diving, as you move these weights, because you're in a horizontal face down position, these weights will start to come to the back, to the front, like that. This causes the disappearance of your quick release, which is here, and this can be very dangerous. If you are in need of ditching your weight system, you cannot find this because your BCD and your tank is in the way, you have no access to this webbing. This becomes dead weight and can be very dangerous. So you must make sure that this is tight, not to the point that you cannot breathe, but it must not move during the dive. So I will adjust it there, have it secured, and at the end of the dive I will look down. I want to make sure that this buckle is still right in the front of where my navel is. If it has moved to the sides, then I know that this weight belt system needs to be a little bit tighter when I use it next. Alright, so in the event of an emergency, you just pull. Alright, the weight system should fall off and be gone. Finally, remember, do not leave your weight systems on a bench, because when the boat rocks, this rocking position causes the weight system to fall. It has in the past caused serious injuries on dive trips. Alright, so that's your weight system. Thank you.